Peace and love.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Peace and love. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Peace and love podcast. Yo, Peace and Love Podcast. This is your man, Emmitt. E.McGee here, man. It's a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. It is a little rainy outside, but feeling great, feeling good, man. Got a lot to talk about today. That was a snippet of Mr. Kanye West, man. I always said, man, if Kanye can get back to the music, we'll be all right. If he can get back to the music, let go all the antics, we'll be good, man. Again, this is a Peace and Love Podcast. And if you listen to the words of that song, it's saying, I know you tired of living without nobody to love. You know what? I'm gonna run it back because it sounds so good. This Sunday service, I don't feel like, I don't want him to be playing with the word of God. You feel me? I don't want him to be in the church playing with God. But if it's just about music and people coming together, it's kids in there dancing, it's men in there beating on bongos. You feel me? They wearing all white. It's a beautiful thing, man. And today's episode is about the misunderstanding that we have amongst each other. I'm talking about black men and black women. We got to get back to loving each other, man. We got to get back to loving on each other. Black men, we got to get back to telling our women how beautiful they are, how much they mean to us. Black women, you got to start championing us more. You got to start telling a black man that you love us, how good we look. You know what I'm talking about? And it's got to be equal. We have to equally get back to loving on each other, man, because I feel like it's a disconnect and it ain't right. So you're not leaving the party no more without having nobody to love. That's not what we doing. One more time. See, I know you ain't got nobody to love. Just grab somebody. You know what I'm talking about? You're not leaving this party. Gotta have somebody to love, man. That's what we're gonna be talking about today, man. We gotta get back to loving on each other. I know you tired of living without having somebody to love, man. I feel like we both hurting on both sides, man. Black men and black women. It's a lot of things we need to talk about. I got a DM the other day. It was a black woman addressing some of the things I'm talking about. Yesterday, I made something on my stories. I watched a young lady get dressed completely. She got dressed on Instagram Live. I don't want to call her a hood rat, right? Because, and I can't be a hypocrite because I watched it. You know what I'm saying? And it was more out of shock. It was like, whoa, is that what I think it is? So I had to take a step back and I had to realize, you know what? I can't be condescending with what I'm talking about in relation to men and women, right? I don't want to seem like I'm always coming down on women because I feel like on the other side of the gate, the fellas are doing a lot of wild shit out here too. Excuse my language. So I felt like in order for us to get to a place where we can start communicating better, we can start living better, we have to get back to loving on each other, man. That's what we have to do. So close to the end of the show, man, we'll have some more things come up. We'll tie all the dots together, if you will. But that's my thing, man. This summer, I see a bunch of these memes, and it was a young lady doing something. There's a man pushing up on her, and it said, "That's how I'm trying to be with somebody's son all summer." I've seen all the ladies post that. All the single ladies are trying to be pressed up against somebody's son all summer, right? Because you tired. You don't want to be living without nobody to love. You know what I'm saying? This one more time. I know you tired, but it's all right. It's okay. So we're in the business here at the Peace and Love Podcast of finding you somebody to love. That's it. We got to get back to loving on each other, fellas. You got your wife, your girl. We got to get back to that. It's raining. It's a great time to get back to loving on each other. So we're going to get to that later on in the show again. This is a Peace and Love Podcast. I am your man, E.McGee. Any questions, comments, concerns? Peace and love. Let me know, man, at EMCGEEE, IG, Instagram, all that good stuff. Moving right along, Miss Wendy Williams. We all know who Wendy Williams is. She's made a career off of basically poking fun at people's life. You know, she airs out your dirty laundry. She's done so much damage to people's relationships. Namely, I remember when Method Man's wife was going through something. I think she was going through a bout of cancer, and it was on a low. Nobody knew about it. Wendy Williams caught wind of it and took it straight to her show and had pictures and all kind of stuff about this lady's struggle with cancer. And Method Man made a statement about it, said he was very, very taken aback because of that, because that's something personal. You know, that's not who dating who, or, you know, you going bankrupt or whatever the case is. This is like really personal. This is my wife, and you playing with it. You playing with it on your TV show. So a lot of people feel a certain kind of way about Miss Wendy Williams. Again, she's made a name just throwing dirt at people. But you got to realize, when you build something up with all negative, regardless of how good it's going, at some point you're going to hit a brick wall, because you can't get positive from negative. And again, we don't like to see anybody going through any drama. We don't wish any peril on my sister, you know what I'm saying? Because she's still one of us. Wendy is still one of us, man. I think her name is Wendell, honestly, but it is what it is. She's done a lot for media, whether you like it or not, and she's going through some things right now. So Wendy Williams last week tried to get ahead of some rumors. We don't live in New York. I'm here in Los Angeles, California. Apparently in the New York Daily newspaper, there was a big write-up about Wendy Williams being in rehab, talking about the abuse of her husband, Kevin, about his estranged, side chick and a new baby and all the money that he's taking from Wendy Williams, a whole bunch of stuff going on, and had a lot of people talking. So instead of waiting for the story to come out, Wendy Williams decided to get ahead of it. She went on her show, and this is what she did. I think it was a PR move. I do feel like she's telling the truth. I do feel like she's had some battles with cocaine, but for her to come out in this manner, how she did it, I think it was a PR move, which was smart of Wendy. But let's just hear what she had to say about her current struggles.
Me for being a very open and truthful person, and I've got more to the story for you. The truth. Kevin and I have the Hunter Foundation for the Good of the People.
She's crying right now.
And we recently launched our 8885 Hunter number for those of you caught up in the struggle of addiction. Well, for some time now, and even today and beyond, I have been living in a sober house. When you see me come to work, glammed up, right after the show, I go across the street, I do my Pilates. I told you 2 hours a day, I like to take care of my body.
Pilates.
And I've had a struggle with cocaine in my past. And I never went to a place to get the treatment. I don't know how, except God was sitting on my shoulder and I just stopped. But there are people in your family, it might be you, who've been struggling. And I wanted to know more of the story. So this is my autobiographical story, and I'm living it, and I'm telling you this. After I go to the Pilates, I go to several meetings all around town. in the tri-state area, and I see my brothers and sisters caught up in their addiction
Brothers and
and
sisters.
looking for help.
Okay.
They don't know I'm Wendy. They don't care I'm Wendy. There's no autographs. There's no nothing. It's the brothers and sisters caught up in the struggle.
The brothers and
it's
sisters caught up in the struggle.
been really interesting. This ride. Only Kevin and Kevin have known about this. Not my parents. Nobody knew, because I look so glamorous out here. But after I finish my appointments, seeing my brothers and sisters, and breaking bread, I am driven by my 24-hour sober coach back to a home that I live in here in the in the tri-state, with smelly boys who've become my family. They hog the TV and watch soccer. And we talk and read and talk and read, and then I get bored with them. Doors locked by 10 p.m. Lights out by 10 p.m.
All right, so we see what that is. Again, we don't like to see anybody going through these type of things, but it's kind of hard to feel compassion for Wendy Williams when she's made a career just throwing dirt on people, and she's still yet to address the issues in her own life, in her own marriage. It's very disheartening to see, but again, they call it karma. It is what it is, man. So moving on, probably one of the greatest months out of the year, I'm going to say, is March, because of the basketball. It's so much basketball. I could go home, turn on my TV, and it's basketball on all day. That's great. That's amazing. The flip side of that is we know the trickery, the treachery, the savagery of the NCAA. We know that none of these college players are getting paid. We know that the NCAA stands to make over $2 billion throughout the course of March Madness every year. The players don't get paid. Some of the players are able to go on and go to the league. Most of the players don't. We don't know what type of education they're getting. We don't know the opportunities afforded to them after they get done playing college basketball. But for these people to be making so much money, it seems just completely unethical that the players don't get paid. So I have a couple clips tying these knots together. We know Ed O'Bannon, famed native of, I think Ed O'Bannon is from the city, I believe. He went to UCLA, and he won a major lawsuit against the NCAA a while back. So we'll play a couple clips, tie all these knots together. I want to get your thoughts. Do you feel like the players should be paid? Should the players be paid in the NCAA? If you're going to a big college, D1 college, you're getting so many kids to come to this school every year. You're responsible for so many ticket sales, for merchandise, everything. We know how much college coaches get paid. They get paid over $500,000 a year. And if you at a big university, you get more than that, way more than that. So should college players be able to get paid? This is what LeBron James has to think about the NCAA and the players. Check this out.
I don't know how you can fix it. I don't see how you can fix it. Obviously, I've never been a part of it, so I don't know all the ins and outs about it. I don't know all the rules and regulations about it. But I do know what five-star athletes bring to a campus, both in basketball and football. I know how much these college coaches get paid.
That's a fact.
I know how much these colleges are gaining off these kids. I don't know what's the what is it called, a stipend or something that the kids get? What is that? How much is that?
It's just the cost of the education. There's no relation to the income that they generate.
Oh, okay. So, I've always heard the narrative they get a free education. But you guys are not bringing me on campus to get an education. You guys are bringing me on it to help you get to a Final Four or to a national championship. So
that's real. So a lot of times when people question, okay, well, the players are coming to college, they should be paid. The coaches, universities, faculty, alumni, they always say, well, we're providing the players with a free education. That should be enough. That's equivalent to, them coming to school. They shouldn't have to be paid because they're getting a free education. Now, we all know that that's bananas, right? And a free education it is not equivalent to over $2 billion for March Madness. I don't care what kind of education you got. It don't compare to over $2 billion a year, period. So this is the case that Ed O'Bannon filed against the NCAA. And he actually won, but there was so many loopholes in the case, the NCAA is still able to capitalize off of these players. Let's check out what happened with Ed O'Bannon and UCLA and the NCAA.
Which brings us back to compensation for the athletes and how the NCAA has brilliantly manipulated the system in their favor. The fundamental argument for Ed O'Bannon's lawsuit was that the NCAA unfairly did not allow him to benefit from his own likeness. O'Bannon's face and image was used in video games, plastered across television broadcasts, and many jerseys were sold with his name and number on it. And yet he didn't receive a dime of that money. It doesn't matter that the NCAA is a nonprofit. That revenue was put in their coffers and under the guise that O'Bannon was an amateur athlete. Essentially, the rights to his own image were stripped from him as long as he was in college. It's easy to see why he actually won his lawsuit, because the system is absolutely unfair bullshit. In a separate suit, EA Sports settled immediately for $40 million for comp related to their video games and then never made another NCAA game again. But lost in O'Bannon's victory was what he was really after. The Ninth Circuit Court ruled that if the NCAA allows for some form of compensation for a player's likeness, for example, the full cost of attendance to the school, then the NCAA doesn't have to change anything. And though the court ruled that there was a conspiracy among 1,200 schools to deny compensation to student athletes for the use of their likeness, absolutely nothing changed as a result of their decision. But that's not what the NCAA wants. In fact, if you look at who would benefit the most from players receiving a fair and unregulated compensation for the use of their own likeness, the true benefactor is surprising. An athlete getting paid, obvious.
So as you can see, and that's why we don't have any NCAA basketball games anymore as far as video games, basketball or football games, because after this suit came out, they settled immediately for $40 million. I'm not sure how all that money was dispersed, but after that, they stopped doing it. They didn't want to have to go through that anymore, because it only makes sense if I'm being represented on your video game and you're selling video games, I should get a portion of that money. That only makes sense. Moving along. So we've heard LeBron James. We've heard a more, straightforward approach. Now, South Park actually had an episode about this. In the episode, they explain how these universities, these coaches, and just the entire NCAA as a whole were able to manipulate these players by saying, you know what, we'll give them room and board. Although we're making billions of dollars, this room and board will be enough for us in court to say, hey, we're providing them with this, so they shouldn't be asking for no money. They should be all right. It goes back to the NFL, how the owners feel like, you know what, I've given you brothers all of this. I've taken you out of the hood. I've given you all this money. I'll put you in this, in this jersey. I allow you to play every week. So you shouldn't talk back. If I say don't kneel, you need to stand up because I've changed your life. Let's check out what South Park had to say about these student athletes. They actually call them crack babies. Let's check it out.
This is the answer to our problems. A $300,000 building, but we buy ourselves $1 million worth of goodwill with the public. We could say we gave our student athletes a place to live and grow for a few years. It's like moral Teflon. I knew we needed a Jew in this company, Cal. Great work.
So basically that's what we do. We build a big facility. We got them housed. They got food, room and board. They can go to the caf, get the, free buffet food. Even though we selling tickets, making hundreds of thousands of dollars every time they play with concessions, tickets, parking. But it's cool. We could just say, you know what? We've given these men room and board. They don't need anything else, and it's all good. That's how the NCAA has been working. It's not good at all. Hated it for sure. It's not cool. I do hope that it changes sometime because it's completely unethical. And I believe that if they continue not to play the players, more and more players are going to just skip college and try to go straight to the pros. We have to find a solution somewhere. Not sure what the solution is, but we have to find it. Yes, indeed. So moving right along, man. And since we're talking about the NCAA, there's a couple teams in there that I'm watching. You know, Duke, of course, with R.J. Barrett and Zion Williamson. Very, very good. You know, they're probably the favorite. I think in big games. You know, when Zion went out, was kind of looking for RJ to step up in a lot of cases, and I can't say that he did that for me. I think he has a lot of game. He definitely has a lot of finesse, but it looks like Duke is not – they're not that good without Zion. That's what it looks like. When he's on the court, he's a complete energy guy, and he could just like will the team to do what they have to do. So he's definitely a game changer. But if something happens to him, if he goes down, if he's having a bad game, if he doesn't have all the energy, if his head is out the game, I feel like Duke is going to suffer because of that. So although they're the favorite, I don't have them winning the brackets. I actually like Murray State. Murray State has a guy named Ja Morant, and I think he is the best guy in college basketball right now. Only because of his finesse. I like the way he plays. And he's really tough, man. He doesn't back down. He won't back down. And coming from Murray State, as an underdog, every time he steps on the court, it's almost as if he has to prove himself, right? I've never seen him back down. He always accepts the challenge, and he plays really tough. I like this guy. I think he'll be a great player at the next level because he's coming from that underdog school, because he knows what it's like to go into battle every night. And I think that's what happened to Duke. Once Zion went down, they wasn't prepared for the battle, and they was getting smashed. So we'll see, man. It's gonna be a good March Madness this year for sure. You guys check it out. Let me know who you think is gonna win, and we'll keep it moving. What else is going on? There's a new game. Google has a new gaming system called the Stadia that's set to release. You guys are familiar. Just Google it. Stadia by Google. It's going to integrate the gaming experience across PCs, cell phones, laptops, everything. It's not going to be a console. It's going to be like a streaming service. Super high HD. And again, you can play it on your computer, your cell phone. It's supposed to be like the next big thing. So if you're into gaming, check out Stadia by Google. Now, again, the show is about we got to start loving on each other again. It's a lot of tension between blacks and whites. It's a lot of tension between, male and female, black men, black women, and definitely some tension between black women and white women, especially white women who try to put themselves into the culture. White women who are dating black men, who get a stamp of approval from black men, so they feel like they good. They feel like they could bring some potato salad to the party. But you're not really down like that, sweetheart. And I feel like a lot of these suckers be stamping these white girls, i.e. the Kardashians, and making it seem like they cool. But y'all not cool. Y'all can't pull up to the barbecue like that. We don't really like y'all like that. Recently, famed white girl, her name is Yes Jules. She's a PR person. It says she's known for sleeping her way to the top, if you will. She's been rumored to have been with LeBron James, Travis Scott, Daniel Caesar, a couple cats that she's linked to. Apparently she's a PR person. Last week she kind of came out and was talking kind of grimy about Joe Budden, Scotty Beam, and Karen Civil. She was on a podcast with a rapper named Murder Mook. Murder Mook has been a battle rapper, let's say for the past 15 years from Harlem, New York. Very good battle rapper. I would say about 10, 15 years ago, he probably was at the cream of the crop for battle rap, and he's known for that. But since then, we haven't heard any music, no records, nothing. Just battle rap, which is cool, but I wouldn't consider Murder Mook to be one of the GOATs. Not at all. And it seems as though every time he's given an opportunity in an interview or something like that, he finds a way to make a fool of himself. Now, Murder Mook is going to fall into the category of men stamping white girls and giving them the bravado to feel that they can talk down to our sisters. I'm going to give you a snippet of the Yes Jews and Murder Mook podcast. Murder Mook is basically on here begging her to say the N-word. Telling her, you Puerto Rican and white, I believe that your ass is real. Joe Budden probably was just trying to talk to you. He was just on here cooning completely. Not sure. Let's get to it. Because I'm looking at this girl, and I mean, she's average looking chick. I don't understand what the hype is about. But let's check it out. Let's listen to Murder Mook and defending Yes Jews. Let's go.
Able to hang out. Then one night I'm in a movie and he calls me 3 times in a row, Joe Budden, randomly, right? I was with a dude I'm in a movie with a dude I'm seeing, and Joe Budden pops up on my phone.
How long ago was this?
3 times. This was like a couple years ago.
Okay.
So I pick up just in the middle of the movie just so my dude knows, like, it's nothing weird. So I'm like, yo, Joe, what's up? He's like, man, I'm at Kith right now, and they playing me. You need to tell your homie, like, they can't be treating me like this here. I'm like, yo, calm down. What happened? He's like, nah, I'm about to give it to this cashier, man. You better call Ronnie and tell him right now that he's got somebody over here that's about to get beat. And I was like, what happened? He's like, they won't let me return these sweatpants. And I was like, all right, let me talk to Ronnie. Give me a second. So I'm dead ass. Listen, and it's nighttime. I'm in a movie. He called me 3 times about some $400 sweatpants. So I call Ronnie. I was like, listen, Ronnie, I hate to bug you about this right now. And Ronnie is chill Jewish man. He hates drama. He's in bed by 9 o'clock. He's got his wife. He don't care about any of this clout shit. So I'm like, yo, can you do me a favor, man, and just call the store in Soho and tell them to let Joe Budden return those sweatpants.
It was open at that time, the store?
In Soho.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, yeah, let him return the sweatpants. So Ronnie's like, man, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, please, just do it for me. So he's like, let me call you back. Boom, boom, boom. Movie's over. Ronnie calls me back. Jules, my store clerk just sent me a screenshot of a picture of Joe wearing the sweatpants outside his stoop or at his house. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, yo, send it to me. He sends me the picture Joe's wearing the sweatpants. So now he makes me look crazy because he wore the sweatpants and he was, I wore them in a picture. I didn't like them. I'm trying to return them. I said, yo, I can't. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or
you just
you
made me
wore
look
them and
crazy.
then just return them because you got them off the picture.
So basically ever since then, we didn't really like converse after that, right? Mm-hmm. And I kind of thought he was a clown. So after that, we didn't converse. So then...
Oh, shit! I fuck with this nigga. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Joe. I know why I fuck... No, because, me and Joe is cool. Hold on, wait. I really thought... I didn't know it was said niggas lie a lot. All right,
so that's the shirt, right? So I tweeted the shirt and I said, I'm about to wear this, or should I wear this tomorrow? And that was like me hoping that he would see it and know that I'm mad at him, right? Because I'm not answering his text. I can't tell him. I looked at his phone, all this stuff, right? Maybe 10 seconds after I tweeted that, my whole world fell down. Like literally the pit of my heart was in the pit of my stomach and I just knew like, oh shit, I fucked up. Like this is really bad.
Why though? Yeah, because
people...
I'm lost. She tweeted it. Jules got,
I had a couple 100,000 followers and I tweeted, it was literally a picture of the shirt and it said, should I wear this to the festival tomorrow?
It's the N-word,
and people
bro.
were like, no.
So the shirt says niggas lie a lot. Just a white girl on here. We hear how Murder Mook is kind of cooning, trying to be funny, extra laughing hard and shit like that. She just posted a shirt that said niggas lie a lot. This is the shirt that she's talking about. She posted this on her Twitter and said, you know what? I think I'm going to wear this shirt to the festival tomorrow, and people went crazy. This is what she's talking about. Let's get back into it.
Oh, bitch, you're white. Boom, boom, boom. All this kind of stuff.
It was lit. Soon as she put that tweet out with
it was the most trending
shirt.
thing on the internet for 24 hours. Yeah. I had people like Earl Sweatshirt telling people to jump me when they see me.
What day was this?
This was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like 2016.
Really? Right.
So that was the first. So that was the first thing. So then when that happened, then people started creating this narrative of me being racist
And a culture vulture.
and a culture vulture, right? Because first of all, people already had that narrative, but they just had nothing to support it with. They're
What
like,
would make them have that narrative?
Just to ask a clarifying question there, like, do you think that you did anything before that to give them a reason?
Yes, she did. And we're gonna stop it right there, man. I mean, we know how they get down, man. She's playing a victim right now. These black girls don't like me because I got a fat ass, and black boys like me and stuff like that. But that's not the case. Murder Mook was on there just cooning, trying to be super cool guy, and it's not cool, man. We can't keep stamping these white girls and making them feel like they can talk down to our sisters. Like, you got to stop doing that. I feel like all the black men that have embraced the Kardashians have given them this false sense of support. You know what I'm saying? It's not an issue. It's not a black and white thing. It's just we have to support our women. We got to tell our women how beautiful they are, how much they mean to us. We shouldn't be going across, stepping over the line. You get successful, and then you go grab a white girl. What's up with that? I've never understood that. It's hard for me to respect a brother that does that. Although you deserve to have whatever you want, man. But tell me why not. I don't get it. Like, in the jungle, the lions mate with the lions, and the tigers be with the tigers, and the monkeys, and you know, it's all good. Everybody can still live together in peace. It all works. Everybody knows the hierarchy. It's all good. But you don't see the lions, you know, building up their thing, getting their squad all together, and then when they get right, they go grab a cheetah. They don't do that. So I don't understand that. Somebody please make me understand that. Some people say it's a trophy. Oh, a brother get to a certain status, he get him a white girl for a trophy. I don't get that, bro. Please make me understand. We got to stop doing that. We got to start supporting our women. We got to let them know that they're beautiful. We got to let them know that they don't have to put a weave in their head. Like, y'all bad. Y'all don't have to do all that. We got to start loving on each other, man. All right. And this next one is a little disheartening for me because I like this dude. Daniel Caesar is another black man. And I'm not going to jump all the way out the window on this, man, because I like his music. He's still kind of new, so we really don't know what type of brother he is yet. But Daniel Caesar got on his live and started to defend Yes Jules. He's saying, well, why are we being so mean to white people? Black people need to get with the program and all this and that. And Daniel Caesar came out, man, he had long dreadlocks. He had the big old gap. It was cool. It was almost like, I know I don't look that good, but my music is popping. And I'm confident in that. And I can respect that. But now this brother done cut his locks off. He got a blonde afro, talking crazy. So he might be a sucker too. Let's hear what Daniel Caesar had to say about Yes Jules and black people getting along with white people.
Black people in this chat right now, I can't tell. Yo, I'm not.
Make sure there is.
I love you guys. Yo, you guys are listening, and I love you guys so much. But we're like talking about something serious. So I'm like, I don't want to talk about shows or like being, you know, like artist stuff. Why? I don't know which black people are in here, but I want you guys to talk up right now. Why do we?
Oh, I saw it here. I heard something drop.
Why are we being so mean to Jules? Why are we being so mean to white people right now? That's a serious question.
Can you pass me the water?
Why is it that we're allowed to be disrespectful and rude to everybody else? And when anybody returns any type of energy to us, that's not equality. I don't want to be treated like I can't take a joke. I just went through the fucking Chappelle shit, and I had to, like, in the moment acknowledge that I was being fucking sensitive. You know what I'm saying? And that I need to be able to take a joke just like everybody else.
No.
That's what it is. People are allowed to say what the fuck they want. And I'm allowed to feel how I want, but it's like, am I gonna fight them or am I gonna accept what they have to say and keep it fucking moving? Why are, like, I only treat people that I don't respect and don't think that they can take a joke. I think that they're less than me. Those are the only people that I don't fucking say my honest opinion around.
He sounds retarded.
And that's disrespect. White people I see what you're saying. White people have been mean to us in the past. What are you gonna do about that? Tell me what you're gonna do about that. There's no answer other than creating understanding and keeping it moving. That's some biblical shit.
Yo, bridging the gap, man.
You have to bridge the gap. I'm sorry, yo, I'm drunk as fuck right now, okay?
Good soul, bro.
but I don't care. That's not helping. I've seen it. Yo, as we are an independent company, Golden Child is an independent company. As an independent company, me and my dogs right here, we have the opportunity to employ black people. We put so much money in black people's pockets, but also we put money in white people's pockets. That's just what it is. Yo, you guys think all I'm saying,
you have a pure soul because your goal is love.
All I want is love. I'm gonna keep it honest.
All right, you kind of hear where that's going, man. He goes on to say, you know, black people need to get with the program of white folks so that we can advance, because if we keep fighting against white folks, we never gonna get nowhere, type of thing. Like I said, man, I don't want to jump too far off on this because I like Daniel Caesar, man, but it sounds like he a sucker too. I mean, it is what it is. One of my partners, man, out of DC, I mentioned him before, man, one of the funniest comedians coming up, my boy Rollo Boykins, he had an opinion on Daniel Caesar. He often gives, like, you know, his thoughts on what's going on. And this is what he had to say about Mr. Daniel Caesar. He couldn't have said it better, though. Let's check this out.
Daniel Caesar wants to know why black people are so sensitive and why we're always complaining. Now I want to know why there's so many turncoat ass niggas in the black community. I be really wanting to root for everybody black, but it seems as though niggas are determined to say dumb shit. I don't want to hate this nigga. I like this nigga music. I done seduce hoes to this nigga music. Natural disasters. You been around white people so long, you don't know why niggas are upset. You lost, nigga. You sunk, nigga. You drowning. And I can't throw you a life vest because you're too deep. This is what happens when you can't land a black girlfriend in your formative years. Damn, Daniel.
Yes, indeed. So he said, man, you been around white folks so long, you done forgot what's really going on. Bless his heart, man. Bless his heart. Poor Daniel Caesar, man. Bless his heart, man. I feel some kind of way about that, man. I really do. But it is what it is, man. We're going to get to the next section of the show. This is one of the favorite sections of the show, man. The Hell to the Gnaw section. So today's Hell to the Gnaw, man, it's about being careful. Again, we're talking about how we need to love on each other. We need to get the drama out of our relationships. We need to know how to communicate. It seems like when we come together sexually, we know how to do that. We'll link up and get that right. But when it comes to communicating and working on our issues and things like that, we have a problem. We talked about the institution of child support and government assistance and how all of those things have been variables to affect black love. All of these things. If we can look over the past, let's say look over the past 30 years with slavery, the effects of slavery and child support, government aid and gangs and the prison industrial complex, all of these things that affect black love. If we can look at that, then we can get to a place where we can understand, well, why are our relationships like this? Why do we feel like this? The first Hell to the Gnaw is coming from Ask C&E. This is Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy. It was a young lady that called in, and she was talking about her motives with her baby's father. Now, again, we said child support should not be used as a weapon. It should be something that's put in place for the children. This young lady explains why she's doing some of the things that she's doing. It's scary to hear it because she's telling you how she's using child support as a weapon. But the biggest takeaway from this is, fellas, we got to understand that sometimes it's not all about us. You know, you can think that you got the magic stick, right? Think you got the magic stick. You think she want to hook up with you because of you. A lot of times, it don't have nothing to do with that. I didn't realize how catty women can get. But if you're in a situation and you look happy, there's some women that'll say, oh, you engaged? Oh, girl, you think he faithful? I bet I could get him to do something. Fellas, you would think it's you. You would think it's because you got the magic and you just gonna, knock it out and keep it on the low. When in the whole time, this young lady is doing this to prove a point to your girl. she gonna throw something at you to see if you catch it. And if you catch it, she gonna hold that over your girl's head. Like, girl, you think he faithful, but poop, I got him to bust it down. It ain't even about you, man. It ain't about how good it is or nothing. We just gotta be able to move carefully because women can get very, very catty. I had to learn this the hard way. So let's check out this story of how this young lady is using child support as a weapon, and also showing you fellas that all sex ain't good sex. And just because she throw it to you don't mean you got to catch it, because you could be setting yourself up. You don't want to play yourself. Let's check this out right here.
Okay, well, my daughter's father is a deadbeat, and we've been going like back and forth fighting, as well as his girlfriend. And I take him to court like every 4 to 5 months for an increase. Is that wrong?
Okay, let's talk about this for a second. First of all, what's your name again?
He's loving me, Terry.
All right, you're an ex-scripper. He's not sure that the baby is his because you're an ex-scripper.
Oh, no.
Yeah, tell me the truth. Tell me, you're an ex-scripper, aren't you?
No, I've been with him for almost 2 years.
He doesn't think the baby's his.
No, we had a blood test. The baby is definitely his.
Oh, he still don't believe it. He thinks the blood test was wrong.
No, the blood test can't be wrong. He knows it's his, and that's why I'm getting that $381 every week. So that's why he's mad.
Wow. So what's the problem? Why you keep going for increases? Why you can't be happy with that $381? That's damn near $1,000 a month.
That's more than $4,000 a month.
Well, whatever.
Well, if he was more active in her life, I wouldn't have to do that. I would rather him be present than doing this. But when it comes to his girlfriend putting up things on Facebook, child support is a broke. Yeah, his girlfriend puts up child support as a broke bitch's hustle. And
you sound jealous. He's not with you anymore.
No.
You want him to pay for it.
She's mad at the baby mom. She's mad at his girlfriend, but you're taking it out on him, which is wrong. Why don't you go catch the girlfriend's page?
I can't be that mad because I just slept with him just to show her that I can have him whenever I want to.
Oh, you slept with him recently?
In court. We went to court for my increase for my child support, and I got approved. And the same day I slept with him, and I videotaped it, and I sent it to the girlfriend.
Oh, you foul.
Well, first of all, I commend you for still sleeping with him because he deserves it. If
videotaping it?
He's paying her $381.
Oh, yes, videotaped it. Yes, I did.
All right.
800-585-1051. Ask C and Ye. Are you having a problem with your relationship?
Yes, indeed. So again, as you can see, that had nothing to do with him. He took it, but all she was just doing that to set him up. I recorded the session and sent it to your girl just to show her that I could still have him whenever I wanted him. Fellas, don't get caught up in that trap. Just because they throw it on me, you gotta catch it, man. We gotta be smart out here. We gotta be smart out here, okay? We gotta get back to loving on each other because again, I know you tired of living without nobody to love. And that's not how we want to move no more. We need black love to be strong again. So this summer we need to have a black love movement. And we need to get back to loving on each other, man. That's what we need to do. This next one is this the kind of love I'm talking about. This next clip is the type of love that we need to get back to having. Period. You know what I'm talking about? Are you willing to die about that thing? I need my girl to be willing to die about it. Let's check this out.
Myself, I don't like. I'm over here trying to calm down. Like I really hope that I am calm by the time he make it to Florida, unless he gonna have his new life in Florida. Cause I'm telling you, I'm gonna act an ass. I can't even read these comments right now. Yeah, let me tell you so. You know on SUV, I'm not gonna know this tattoo. I bet fuck this shit. I'm finna go through my followers cause I know this bitch follow me. I'm just going through the followers. They got a tattoo, they got a baby suit, but I don't see my baby daddy nowhere. I don't see my baby daddy nowhere. You hoe, I feel like you took his phone and tried to post you on his page. And tried to make me mad, so get what? Round of applause, bitch, you made me mad, bitch. I just hope you're ready. I hope you're ready to die about that dick. I hope you're ready to die about that dick, because I'm ready to go to war for it. I'm ready to go to war.
What I'm talking about.
And that's on soul. I get active, little mama. He should have told you about me. I get active, little baby. Ma'am, Mrs. I get active for real.
You know what
so
I'm talking about?
I hope you love your baby. I hope you love your baby, because I'm stopping both of y'all acts.
She's talking about die about it.
You ever had a size 7 up your ass?
Uh-oh.
Fuck is you talking?
Hey, one more time. I know you tired. Just grab somebody. That's it. That's it. Somebody. It's a piece of love. That's it. I know you tired of living without nobody to love. And baby girl said, you know what? I hope you ready to die about that thing. Because I love him. We need to get the black love strong like that again. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. What can we do? We need to start a black love movement between black men and black women so that there's no misunderstanding anymore. So that we know that we back to loving on each other. That's it. This summer, all summer, it needs to be a maybe we need to have like a black love fest, maybe some black love shows or something like that. We got to figure this out because I think it's very important. And moving forward, we both need to be on the same page. Our women need to know that we value, love, care, and respect them. And we got to know the same things. I got a DM the other day from a young lady, a black woman out here in these streets. And she said that there's a misunderstanding between black men and black women. She said, man, Emmitt, we want to love you guys. And we want you guys to love us. But there's just a disconnect. And we don't really know how to do that the right way. We kind of been doing what we're used to doing. So we need to change some things up. Now, I don't have all the answers, man. But it's something that we need to do. Please let me know. Get in the comments at EMCGEE. Email me, whatever. But we need to have an event. We need to have something where we could talk about black love. And we can put people in positions to make some real connections. Or even if it's couples coming out, we got to figure something out because I've been doing therapy. Therapy is very, very, it helps a lot, man. It's very pure and it's cleansing just to hear yourself talk and to get your emotions out. We got to figure something out, man. Please let me know your thoughts, man. We need to do some black love something because we need to get to a point where our women know exactly how we feel about them and we know how they feel about us. Yesterday I made a post about I watched a young lady. I think her Instagram was just a simple girl, maybe some simple girl. She was trying on some facade lingerie. Is it facade or facette or whatever his name is? But she was butt naked on Instagram Live. So I'm scrolling down and I see it. I'm like, wait, hold on. Is that what I think it is? And I was waiting somewhere. I had to handle some business. So I was waiting out in the lobby and I'm just like, yo, she got completely dressed on Instagram Live. And I'm taken back. Like, why? How could she do this on just live like this? But I saw so many men in the comments just being crazy, super, just lame. Oh, you so beautiful. Oh, I eat the groceries. Girl, I change your life. Where you at? Let me pull up. Woo. Let me marry you. All the craziness, man. And if you look at all of these girls who basically exploit themselves on IG, and I mean no disrespect, and I would love to have any of these girls come in here and we can have a conversation. But, and if you know these girls, let me know. But off the top of my head, the women that I know, that I see all the time on social media, just exploiting themselves for likes and views. And granted, some of these people are getting checks to promote certain companies and things like that. Hey, do your thing, boo-boo. If you're making money, do your thing, right? But that's somewhat prostitution to me. If you're making money off of your body, that's prostitution. So there's a couple girls on Instagram. Morgan Dawson, Some Simple Girl, Brianna Amore, We Want Her, Bum Gals, a gang of stuff where it's just naked women on the sites. And initially when Instagram came out, you're looking at it, it's cool to scroll down and see a nice little thing here and there. I'm so thirsty, y'all. But baby, you putting all this on Instagram. You put the camera right there and walked away so I could see what your ass looked like. You took the picture so with your breast popped up so I could see your breast. You doing all this stuff. So when you get that type of energy from us men, it's like, oh, well, hell, I'm not a hoe or I'm not this and that. But it's like, wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. We got to stop allowing fellas, we got to tell our women they don't have to do that. We don't need to be in the comments like, yo, you so beautiful, I eat the groceries, all that. We can't be gassing these women up that are doing that. We got to switch it up, man. It's not cool no more. We got to stop doing that. Please. Let's stop gassing these women up to get naked on social media because our women are better than that. They don't have to subject themselves to that. Ladies, I would like to know why you guys do that. Please let me know. Please get in the comments. Why do you guys take revealing pictures? Why do you guys flaunt your assets off on social media and then get mad when guys come at you a certain way? I got to keep it real because you know how I give it up, man. The truth is the truth with me, right? And it's like, baby, if you acting like a prostitute, how I'm supposed to treat you? If you flaunting all your goods on social media, how am I supposed to treat you? Maybe you got a better answer for me. I'm not sure. But again, we not leaving nobody with nobody to love this. Not this summer. We gonna figure this out. I want our women to not have to do that. Okay. The game is. I just got a message. One of my partners said, "Man, the game is fucked up," and it is, man. But we gonna fix it because we not playing that, man. One more time because we not leaving you with nobody to love, man. That's not what's happening. So black women, please talk to me. Fellas, talk to me. Let's set up an event. Let's try to do something where we can get to the point of this misunderstanding. Figure out where it went bad. Was it the child support in the 70s? Was it the crack era? Was it gangbang? What separated us to the point where we're just operating in like organized confusion? We don't need that no more, man. We don't need that. I know you tired. You ain't got nobody to love and it's okay. Just grab somebody. We're gonna find you somebody to love this summer. That's good, man. I like that joint. All right, man. So we're gonna get into the close. Today we were just talking about this black love, man. We gotta love on each other. We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta get back to a place where our women know how we feel about them, and we know how they feel about us. There's really no reason for. I mean, I feel like the black man is God, right? The black woman is a goddess. We got to get back to a place where we can operate just out of love, man, and truth and respect. It's so much, it's just a lot of nonsense that's happening in our relationships. And I feel like we need to be able to have an open dialogue. I want to set something up where, you know, we can have black women come to the table and we can have black men come to the table of all different types of backgrounds, you know, rich men, the hustlers, the rappers, the 9-to-5ers, the whatever. And we could kind of figure this out, man, because we got brothers that's been locked up, that's getting out, that's trying to find love, that's changed their life, that might not know how to communicate to the black woman. We got to figure this out, man, because we have to. If we don't fix these problems in our communities, in our relationships, who's gonna do this? There's definitely a misunderstanding between the two of us. We need to set something up to where we can have these conversations between the two of us and just get our problems out on the table, and then we can work on solving them. Our women don't need to wear weaves, man. Y'all beautiful. Y'all don't need that. If you want to, cool. Here and there, boom. But you don't need that. Our brothers, man, you don't have to be flaunting your money all on social media. We don't need that. The money phone and showing your bags and your shoes and your cars and all that, man, that's corny. That's not what we need. We got to get to a place where we can both operate out of love, man. So today, I'm going to come from Proverbs chapter 5, verses 18 through 19. And this is about love. About respecting, your significant other. It says, may your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth, a loving doe, a graceful deer. May her breast satisfy you always. May you ever be intoxicated with her love. Now, there's no way we can get to that if we don't first have an understanding, if we can't first communicate, if we don't first know that this love is mutual and it will be reciprocated. I think we need to get to a place where we understand what our women need, what they want. And also they need to feel the same way about us. But we got to be able to have an open conversation. For black love, man. We need to get this right. I'm tired of seeing my brothers get on and then go grab a white girl. That's corny, bro. So one more time. May your fountain be blessed, and may you rejoice in the wife of your youth, a loving doe, a graceful deer. May her breast satisfy you always. May you ever be intoxicated with her love. We got to get there, man. It take time, and relationships will work, but I think it's worth it. I think we deserve this, man. So please get at me at EMCGEE. Any ideas you got for an event? If you want to come on, we could host something, whatever the case is, man. I want to figure out how we can have this discussion about male-female relationships in our community so we can get it right. I think that's all I got today. Y'all be careful, man. Fella, just because she throw it at you don't mean you got to catch it. Because sometimes it ain't even about you. It's about her showing your girl, oh, you think he faithful? Nah, he ain't faithful. Don't play yourself, man. Ladies, don't get dressed on Instagram. It's not a good look. I appreciate you guys. We're gonna close just because I like the song so much. We're gonna close with that. We're not gonna come with the peace and love. We're gonna close with, I know you tired of living without nobody to love, man. Y'all take it easy, man. It's your man E.McGee. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is a Peace and Love podcast. That's it.